Hi and welcome back to Still Sassy. Did you know that by the age of 25 your skin is losing elasticity? When I first heard that, I thought it was a bit of a shock. However, if, like me, you are already in your 50s, it's far too late to panic about that. There's nothing we can do about it now. Instead, we're going to concentrate on what we can do right now to help our skin look the best it can be. The very good news is that even if you've never touched a product before, put anything on your face, then it is not too late to get started. It is never too late. Getting started late in life is better than not getting started at all. So that's where we're starting from. Lots of starts in that sentence. Yeah, you're right, we might not be able to reverse all the signs of ageing, but we can definitely improve the look of our skin. And we can definitely tackle some of the issues associated with getting older. And that means, of course, that we can slow down the process from this point on. Now, many women I speak to, and many of them that have contacted me through the various channels, have been putting off starting a skincare routine. Mostly because they don't know what products to use and they don't know in what order to use them. So they don't bother at all. Some believe that you can only use expensive products and you have to use a lot of them. So again, stop themselves from getting started thinking it's going to be overcomplicated and very expensive. Neither of those things are true. Of course, you can use a ton of products if you want to and spend a load of money, but you really don't need to do that to get an effective skincare routine. So this video is really aimed at people who have not yet started a skincare routine, who want something that they can really understand, that they don't have to think about too much, they can just get on and use it. Of course, if you've already started your skincare routine but still need a little bit of help knowing what products to use and in what order, then this is going to be great for you too. So I'm going to talk you through a morning and an evening skincare routine, keeping everything as simple as possible. I'm not going to do a deep dive into all the different ingredients because I think that's where confusion starts. Effectively at this stage, you just need to know what to put on and when and how. You don't need the in-depth knowledge about all the ingredients. That can come later. Basically, this isn't a science lesson. It's supposed to motivate you to start your skincare routine. So I hope that's what it does. Now on this channel, I aim to make women feel great about themselves. Sassy, as I like to call it. And I talk about skincare, makeup, mindset, confidence, self-esteem, procrastination, all sorts of things that's going to help us live the life we want to live. So if you like the sound of that, please just drop down into the box below and click on that subscribe button and the like button too. Thank you ever so much for doing that. Now, just to reassure you, this skin routine is fine whatever your budget. I'm going to talk about the products that you should be using in what order, but what you buy, whether it's cheaper stuff or high end, is completely up to you. I'm just giving you the routine. Buy what you can. It's as simple as that. It's better to buy what you can and use them than put things off because you don't think you can afford it, because putting it off is causing more issues with your skin. You just want to get going with this routine and watch your skin bloom. So just as a reminder, I'm talking about skincare principles here. I'm not going to go in depth about products. I will be mentioning some, and the ones that I do mention I will list below in the description box. And I brought a few along just to show you what I'm currently using. So hopefully all of that will help. So just take the information I give you about all of these products and then search for a similar product that's going to match your skin type. Now, I've got to remind you that we are in this for the long haul. If you want our skin to look and feel amazing, we can't have a skin routine one day and then not the next. That's not going to work. This is something that you need to start now and you need to keep going with it. Of course, if you miss a day or two here and there, it's not going to make a difference. But you can't do 3 or 4 weeks and then forget it for 6 months and start again. If you want this to work, it's a routine that you're committing to. I do see far too often people starting skincare routines and then just giving up because they think that it's not making a difference, but you're not going to see the difference straight away. 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, you probably look back at pictures and think, yeah, that's really helped. My skin now looks dazzling or glowy, or I've got less marks on it. And that's what you've got to think. Think a year from now. How are you going to look and feel? Now, I want to say up front, so that we just all remember it, that whatever you put on your face, you should take down your neck and onto your chest area as well, because they also show signs of aging, as we know. So there is no point just doing it here and forgetting about this. Let's go all the way down to our boobies. and therefore when we're wearing things like this, showing your chest, then your skin's going to look beautiful there too. I'm not going to mention that again, so just bear that in mind. So I'm going to start with the morning routine, and the morning routine is about protecting your skin from the day ahead. Pollution, getting out and about, sun, the whole lot. So I'm going to run through this, and this is the order that you use the products, regardless of what products you've chosen, as in what brand, how much it is, how cheap it is. This is just what you do. And it starts with cleansing. Now some of you may just get in the shower and wash your face with water and off you go. But that's not quite going to cut the mustard. If you think about when you're sleeping, you've got sweat probably going on, you might have drooled a bit in the night and rubbed that into your face. You've got the pillowcases that might not be as clean as they were when you first put them on. The bottom line is all of that can build up. So you might get up in the morning thinking, I've had a good sleep, took my makeup off last night and it's all fine. But your face is probably now quite grimy. So a good cleanse is a great way to start. Of course you can take a cleanser into the shower and still use it while you're in the shower, but just make sure you're using a cleanser. Now the rule here is not to use a foaming cleanser, and that's the case whenever you're cleansing because it just strips the skin of too much goodness. So if you've got a foaming cleanser to hand, we're not going to bother with that. So balm cleansers are lovely, as are milky textured cleansers or cream cleansers. There's a whole host of them out there that you can choose from. You can double cleanse here if you want to and use 2 different types of cleansers. I tend not to do that in the morning because I don't feel I'm that dirty overnight to need to do it twice, but you can do that if you want. And you're taking your cleanser off with a flannel or a soft cloth. So I've brought 2 along that I'm using at the moment. This one I really like, it's the Cerave Hydrating Cleanser, and that one's fragrance free. Now this one I like because it's easy to use and it cleanses without disrupting your skin. It's really gentle, so if you're wanting a lovely hydrating cleanser, try that one. Then this was a new one to me, but I've also been enjoying this. This one's by Elf and it's called their Holy Hydrator, or Holy Hydration should I say. And it's a makeup melting cleansing balm. That was quite difficult to say. This one does have a tiny scent to it, but nothing too pungent. And that just feels really nice on the skin. So sort of a cream and a balm, those are just ones that I'm using at the moment. I've often got lots of different things on the go. Then we're going to exfoliate. This step used to be called the toning step, the toner, in the olden days, just a few years ago. But now we've moved on a little bit, and this stage is about exfoliating your skin. Our skin is forever turning over skin cells. So skin cells form, they eventually drop off, they form again, they eventually drop off. So we're renewing our skin all the time. However, sometimes that skin can just get stuck there. It can get oily or just doesn't come away as quickly as we'd like, and we're left with dull looking skin. So we want to get that off. I have made a video just about this topic, so I'll link that below in the description box for you if you want to go and have a look at that. That goes into it in much more depth. So we're not using any harsh scrubs here, it's a chemical exfoliation, but I don't want you to panic at the word chemical or acid exfoliation, as they're sometimes called. Now this step isn't going to harm your skin, just be sensible with it. You might not want to do this every day, it might be something that for your skin you do every 2 or 3 days, completely dependent on you. Now I use an exfoliation every single day, and that's fine, it works for me. Probably when I first started I had to build up slowly, which I would suggest you do, but you've just got to try it. You can't know until you start whether once a day, twice a week, once a week it's going to work for you, but just err on caution to start with. It's not going to harm your skin, it might irritate it a little bit until your skin gets used to what's going on. They're really easy to use. To keep it simple, I would suggest using glycolic acid for a dry or dehydrated skin, salicylic for oily or acne prone type of skins. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. I always use an eye cream because they are specially made for that area which is quite sensitive and very thin skinned. And I know some people just take their skincare routine right up to the eyes and don't bother with an eye cream. I'm not like that. I much prefer to use a specialist eye cream because you can choose one to target the area that's bothering you. So whether you've got lines on your eyes, whether you've got puffy eyes, whether you've got dark circles, you can choose a cream to go around that area that will target those things that are bothering you. That's not the same if you just take your moisturiser up to your eyes, for instance. And that's why we put it on first, so that it's on, and then whatever else we use, literally, you know, if you get it too close to your eyes, it's going over your eye cream rather than instead of your eye cream, and that's my preferred option. Then next, you're going to reach for a vitamin C serum. Now this does an absolutely fantastic job of brightening up dull skin. It also targets wrinkles, and it can help with blemishes on your skin as well. It also helps with collagen production and protects us from environmental damage, and there is a lot going on with that at the moment. So it is a little bit of a superstar, vitamin C. Start with one that is relatively low percentage, around about 10%, and then gradually increase it till you get to about 20%. There are lots on the market. Again, just have a look around, see which one looks like it might suit you best and your skin type best, and go for that one. Now, L-ascorbic vitamin C is the gold standard, but it can be a little bit aggravating, so don't go for that to start with. Go for something much gentler. Now we've cleansed, we've exfoliated, we've done our eyes, and we've applied the vitamin C. What comes next is entirely down to what you want to target. Here we're going to use a serum, but I want you to think, what do you want to target at this point? Is it your fine lines? Is it deeper lines? Is it pigmentation? Because there's a serum to help with all of that. So I want you to think to yourself, which is the thing I want to tackle first, and then choose a serum that's going to do that. These are the active ingredients of your skincare, the workhorses that are going to do the work for you. So let me just run through a few choices. If you've got sun damage, blemishes and dark spots, then niacinamide could really help. Peptides are really good. They're strong anti-aging ingredients that can be used to increase elasticity and reduce wrinkles. And then you've got hyaluronic acid, which again is not really an acid, so don't panic. And that's great for hydrating and plumping up the skin. So at this stage, look at your face and think, what do you want to tackle first? And then look for something that's going to tackle that issue for you. And after that comes the moisturiser. And yes, you do need one. Serums without the moisturiser on isn't going to work as well. The moisturiser is your barrier to the outside world. So I would never go without moisturiser. It seals in everything that you've put in already, and it's protecting you from the environment as well. You can get all sorts of different types of moisturisers, hydrating, anti-wrinkle, ones that are good for oily skin. This is a step that you don't need to spend hundreds of pounds on unless you really want to, because you're sealing in the rest of the stuff that's already on your face, which is doing the work. The moisturiser obviously can do some work for you as well, but it's not the thing that's going to make the massive difference. Also, it doesn't work on its own. So just cleansing and then putting a moisturiser on is not going to cut the mustard. You need that thing in between, the serums in between, to really make the difference. So what I would suggest is you just choose a moisturiser on your skin type at this point. I've brought one with me that I'm using at the moment. This is Revolution Miracle Cream, and it's lovely. It's really moisturising, smells nice, and you know, if you're into dupes, then this is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury cream. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But I just love it. It's very, very moisturising. It's good for me. I've got normal to combination type skin, and that really helps. And it's about £10 or £12, so proper bargain. That's what I'm loving at the moment. So that's all your actives on and your moisturiser on. The one thing you haven't got to forget at this point is sunscreen. This is so important. Without it, you're not going to help your skin at all, because the sun is always going to have an effect on your skin. If you think about the way your face looks right now, any damage you've got on there has been caused by the sun. So we're going to block it out from now on. So choose one that's suitable for your face, and you're looking at one that's got 30 to 50 factor in it. Anything less than that, it's just not worth having. And some, I'm not sure this moisturiser does, some skincare products say that they have sunscreen in them. And just ignore that, because it's never enough. You couldn't put enough on your face, and it's the same with makeup, to give you the protection you need. So it's all your actives on first and then your sunscreen. Please don't skip this step, because it's mega important. And you don't need to worry about makeup. It sits nicely over sunscreen. So let's just get it on. It's your last step in your morning routine. Now the evening routine is all about renewing and repairing. You're going to sleep, your skin's going to do its job while you're doing that, and we're just going to help it along. So first we're going to double cleanse. Here we go again. Now Double cleanse is important in the evening because you've probably got a lot on your skin through the day. You may have put makeup on which needs to come off, but you've probably been out and about in the environment and the pollution, and your skin is just, wafting through that as you walk along. So double cleanse is great in the evening. So this means taking off your makeup first, or that first layer of grime if you haven't got makeup on. You could use makeup remover for this, or you could use a balm like the one I talked about earlier, the e.l.f. Whatever you would normally use to take your makeup off, just get this first layer off. We're not using wipes, that's not good for your skin. We're using a proper cleanser, no soap either, morning or night. And then for the second cleanse, you're using a balm or an oil, something that's just going to feel lovely on the skin and take away any remaining traces of horribleness off your skin. Always pat your skin, make sure it's completely dry before you go on to the next steps. Now here I would suggest you use a retinoid product, which I know a lot of people get confused about. Just some general points about this product. You have to build up slowly whatever product you're using. So start once a week, then go on to twice a week, then 3 times a week. Just judging by the skin and what you're seeing, how regularly to up it and how much to up it by. For us women over 50, we want really to get to the point where we're using it every single day, but that might take a little while. Now when we talk about retinoids, people often automatically think about tretinoin, which is the gold standard really for skincare. However, things are changing, and now more and more people are using retinol because it's kinder, it can be more effective, and it's easier definitely to get hold of. So tretinoin, the big guns of this, you can only get from a dermatologist or an online dermatologist. So there's all sorts of retinol that you can get hold of. The Ordinary has developed one. This is their retinol 0.2% emulsion, which you may have seen on YouTube already because everybody is raving about it, and it is very good. I've used this. It only comes in one strength though, and this can be quite potent, so it might not be the first one you reach for. If you do, then please use it sparingly and build up very, very gradually. What tends to happen if your skin reacts, then you'll just get blotchy skin, it'll get a little bit sore. So we want to try and avoid that really. So just start gently and see where you get to. And then you could go for something more expensive like Medicate. That's quite a bit more expensive, but the good thing about that product is it comes in different strengths. From 1, I think it goes to 10. So if you're new to this, you can start at number 1 and then build your way up to number 10. And there's got lots of instructions online to help you with that. So that's a good one if you've got more money to spend and you want to spend more money. You don't have to, but it is a nice product and it's very effective too. And then a lot of people have been enjoying using and having good results from Geek and Gorgeous A-Game 10. It's also a retinol, but this one comes in 2 strengths, so you can start slightly lower and then increase upwards, and it's not expensive, and neither is the Ordinary. So you've got 2 choices there. You've got the Ordinary where there's only 1 strength, go gently, or there's the Geek and Gorgeous which has got 2 strengths, not very expensive. You can start with the first one and then move on to the second, or Medicate, which is quite a bit more expensive, but there's lots to choose from and you can gradually go through the levels, keeping your skin nice and safe as you go along. Now if you're not going to use a retinoid, then just add in a serum here. Either one that you used in the morning or one that's specially designed for the evening. I brought one with me. This is the Revolution Pro Miracle Night Cream, and I've really enjoyed using this. Again, it's about £12 or so. It feels lovely on the skin. And this one, because Revolution are very good with their dupes, this one is a dupe for the Estee Lauder Night Repair Serum, which is lovely but very expensive, and I just have enjoyed using this one, so you could look out for that, or any nighttime serum that targets the problems you're trying to get rid of. And then after that you slap the moisturiser on. Now the moisturiser can be a daytime moisturiser or a nighttime. I've brought 2 with me. This is the Weleda, what's it called, Skin Food Face Cream, which I love. This is specially designed for the evenings, nighttime, and it's gorgeous and luxurious and smells nice and very, very caring. And then this one is by Lancome. This is their night cream, Hydro Zen night cream, which is also very nice. Just choose, smells lovely, just choose whichever you fancy, and you can keep changing those. just something that's going to really nourish the skin. A thicker moisturiser than you would use through the day. And you're done. You've got a great morning routine and a very effective nighttime routine. Use those regularly and don't get confused about it, and your skin's going to love you for it. Now, if you've got any questions or any comments, please ask them below. If you're confused about anything, then I'm here for you. I'm here to answer all your questions, but I think you're going to enjoy doing this. So have fun buying some products and using them, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.